104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Rula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric,
He is a bad man.
Special K,
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
and Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Rula and Ding Dong. Ryan, 104.1 KRBE. Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. Oh my gosh, it's one of those days where I didn't know what day it was when I woke up, and I was so happy that tomorrow's Friday and it's Friday Eve. It's Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, April 11th, 2024 at 6:02 with Rula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, Sam. Yes. Kate, do you hate that when you wake up and you don't know what day it is?
Oh, I knew what day it was.
Especially on Saturdays when you have the panic wake up for the Rula and Ryan show. You're like, oh God,
It's
oh
daylight.
God, hasn't it
It's daylight.
started yet?
Or the worst, the afternoon. You sleep
Oh,
in the
yeah.
afternoon and you see the clock. And
You
it's
wake
like,
up.
And you're not sure if it's 6 p.m. or
After
6
that,
a.m.
I fell asleep like on Monday. I'm like, oh my God, I missed work. Oh, it's 2 in the afternoon. What the hell?
Yeah, you already went to work.
I was already we already worked. Forgot
But
about
at
that.
least 2 in the afternoon, you can see that there's daylight, and you can
I
probably
was in
see
that
your
room that
clock
was
pretty
dark.
fast. Oh, you're in your movie
Movie room has
room.
no windows.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
good. They say that you get better sleep in the dark.
I opened the windows last night.
Did you really?
Yes,
I hope you have
'cause
screens.
we do.
In your new neighborhood?
in the new neighborhood, but on the second floor. Don't
Was
look at me like that.
Was there a lot of white noise?
There was a lot of 610 white noise.
Oh, yeah.
So your new neighborhood. First you were Spring Branch, then you were Sharpstown. Now where are you?
Now I'm in Independence Heights, which is at the top of 610 and like Yale.
Oh, okay.
There's a Whole
Okay.
Foods up over
Yeah.
in that neighborhood.
You'll get
So
used to
Is it Whole Foods 365?
I don't know if I saw the word 365
Okay.
after, but definitely a Whole Foods there. And so we can, we're very close to the freeway. So
I bet you hear a lot
Yeah.
of like motorcycles,
But
the
you know
crotch
what?
rockets.
Motorcycles are the worst.
if I want to know if the traffic's bad, I just look out the window.
Oh my gosh, Kev.
True.
Hey, you there.
yeah. Ha ha, sucks for you.
I never even thought about it.
But it got
normally
cold last night, y'all.
You can't leave the windows open because of the mosquitoes, but with all that pollution and traffic, they probably can't even survive where they're
right.
at.
I
Yeah.
had screens.
It was
see
so
mosquitoes
nice
much unless
yesterday.
they're
Yeah, I was going to say, he has
Oh, my.
screens.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, and it got
Oh,
into
you
the
do? See, I don't have
50s.
screens.
But I can see how
You
that.
don't have screens at your house?
No, I don't have screens on my windows.
What?
Yeah, sometimes places
Yeah,
have
I
it.
just don't.
Yeah, my old house didn't have.
My
as many
house didn't have it.
My house has the
No
choice to have
way.
screens.
No.
They just chose to not put them on, so they're all stacked together.
Sometimes they look
Someone's
ugly.
gonna pop
like-
them in.
Oh, aesthetically?
Yeah.
Oh, I love our screens. That's so funny.
Well, I used to have screens when some of these windows are big, and I don't know if it's bigger windows just
Maybe
they
that's
look
why,
weird if they're
if they're-
screens. Think of like the new look. People redo their windows, Sam, and they don't want any framing. They
They
just
do
want a
the
big piece of
painless
glass.
windows.
That's what I have.
And I'm not saying a giant wall of glass. I'm saying just a pretty big window that has
Yeah.
no panes. Like that one with a screen would look weird, would it not?
That's true, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's really big, but if it opens up, I feel like you need a screen.
Yes,
Sometimes
if it
people
opens,
think-
you
Personally.
need a screen.
Most people don't even open their windows.
Yes, Kevin. But
Not
now
in
you were like
Houston.
you lived country life.
There's
last
like
night.
3 months out of the year you can open it.
Right, so I'm taking
Yeah.
advantage
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
for sure.
It's like
That's
a
what we do,
convertible.
too.
I didn't want to get out of bed because it was so cold in the dang room.
Oh, my
no,
God.
I want
Because
to get out.
didn't y'all notice yesterday? You know, it was it was muggy before that rain came through, and after that rain came through, my God, it was so nice.
Cleaned everything out.
Yes,
It was.
and how did that happen so fast? Because when we drove to work yesterday, it was like the apocalypse of debris from all the trees from that crazy rain. But then by like 4:00, I didn't think it was that windy for all to get blown away like that. But everything looked pretty nice and neat.
It was nice.
I was
There's
like,
bad all over I-10 towards like Louisiana and stuff. There's flooding.
Yeah.
Tons of bad stuff.
Oh,
happened.
yeah,
New
pretty
Orleans looked really bad.
Did you hear about the flooding that what the city of
Because
Houston
they got in the
said?
afternoon when cars were like
Luckily, we were sleeping.
sleeping, so there
Yeah.
wasn't much traffic.
true,
Thank God.
true.
There was a problem because of all the rain, because there's so much heavy rain that they said they had an accidental spill of more than 100,000 gallons of wastewater from a treatment plant on the east side of town, like at 69th.
On the east side.
The 69th wastewater treatment plant along the Buffalo Bayou. So they're telling all these people around that area, people that use private wells that are within half a mile, you better boil your water. Use distilled water for cooking, drinking, bathing, or brushing your teeth. Wastewater in your water.
And since it was your birthday yesterday, I found this that came out today.
Uh-huh.
Some random signs that you might be an older person now.
Uh-oh.
So let's see.
Hey, uh-oh.
I,
Oh, God.
I saw number 3, and this one is for Ryan.
Uh-oh.
You snap your fingers when you try to remember something.
Oh,
No,
Hey,
I'm like, that's right.
Eureka.
but I've
He has
done that my
always
whole
done-
life.
You've been doing that for like 15 years.
Yeah, I've done that, like,
especially the last
forever.
10.
I feel like I've noticed it most recently.
Yeah, no, it's right.
You're like,
Trying to kickstart that old defunct brain.
You eat Tums like candy.
No.
That's Sam.
that's me
I
currently.
don't need
You
Tums.
still print your boarding pass just in case.
No.
Oh, gosh, that's my dad.
That is such a dad move.
No.
Kevin, can I use your
Ryan, you
printer?
don't do that.
I have
Me
never.
My boarding pass.
Why
Because
would
what if
you
your
print-
what phone doesn't work? Something happens to your
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
My dad likes to have
really?
it right
Do
in
you
his
print your
hand.
pass?
Well, I didn't think of it before, but now I will.
I would like it, but I always like screenshot it. But I like.
But you can usually
But-
print it at
but
the,
if I'm
at
with
the
my wife,
kiosk.
yeah,
you don't
that's
print it
like-
at home.
No, I don't print my
I go to the
pass.
kiosk when I
That's
get my
cute.
Yes.
when I get my baggage
Right,
and stuff.
right.
Yeah, I do that. But that's a good idea. Let's see. You can't stand or sit without making some type of noise.
Sure. Sure.
I love the Family Guy where he goes, I shall now make
Ah.
for you about he goes, I shall now do about a minute of dad noises.
Oh yeah.
There are dad noises.
This one I
What is
don't get
that?
because it says these are signs you're
Getting
the old
older.
person now. You use your speakerphone for most of your calls.
No, that is so.
I love it when I'm around the house.
I do too.
At home when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
No,
always.
Because you can multitask.
AirPod.
Yeah.
Plus, it sucks to have your hand.
Yeah, but AirPod.
No, I
Because
don't
on
do
speaker,
My
it's
AirPod
too
was charging.
I
loud.
don't
Use
think that
AirPods
has
a lot. You gotta be
anything-
careful with your ears.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
'Cause you're already hard of hearing.
Our whole job is with earphones for 5 hours a day.
Yeah, but they're not loud. AirPods aren't loud.
I don't know. It's in your ear and you're
They
watching
can
movies
be.
and stuff. You gotta be careful.
No, most of it is for phone because I just can't with a handheld, and on speaker I just don't want everybody hearing it.
It has nothing to do with age. I think we just all gotten lazy. We don't hold the phone up to our head.
This one, do you watch the local news every night? Bonus points if you say things like, "What's this world coming to?"
That's funny. God, I stopped watching the
That is
news
so
a
funny.
long time ago, and I'm a happier person.
I tried watching the local news yesterday. My wife and I were like 4:00, 4:30. We're like, this is just
Depressing.
sad. Like, there's nothing positive. It's
Murder.
just all negative crap.
Even when I want to watch the news,
Ugh.
my kids have been begging me to please turn it off because it has freaked them out since COVID when all they would do is show the injection site. That's all they would ever show during COVID. For 2
Stabbing.
years straight, they would just show shots going in people's arms. Mommy, change the channel! So I can't watch the news because it stresses out my kids.
What else you got?
Let's see. You recently stood outside a store in the morning waiting for it to open.
oh,
oh,
dear
no.
God.
I can see.
no.
I can see Ryan doing that. Like, he needs
Are you kidding? I was doing that
Kevin's in
yesterday.
the Home Depot?
No, it was in front of Just Mac. They-
Just Mac the restaurant.
Yeah. I wanted some mac and cheese.
I've never eaten there before. Is it one on Montrose?
No,
Like,
it's on Yale. It's near
Oh,
my
it's on
new
Yale.
house.
Okay.
Oh, I
my
only
God.
did the Montrose one. Did you like it?
I left. I never
Wasn't
opened.
open.
You got to be careful, though.
I didn't know if you
There's-
waited.
There's another store called that because my daughter was the last time my daughter was in town. She goes, "Oh, I want some mac and cheese," and on Jones Road, I said, "Oh, there's a Just Mac that opened up." And I drove up there, and it was during rush hour. And it took me 15 minutes to get up
No.
there.
Computer store.
Just Mac was just Mac, and it was called Just Mac, and it was about Macintosh computers.
Oh, no.
I was like, "Oh."
That does suck with our job because we could go eat at 10 o'clock and it would be our lunch.
Oh,
Yeah, and places don't open till 11 sometimes.
Yeah, 11
How
o'clock.
could you
10:30 it should
possibly
open
think
at
that?
10:30.
Could you think that I would want to be there? I don't even go shopping. I do
I
everything
could see you, though,
online.
if you had to go somewhere. You're
can't
very
s-
impatient and you have a plan.
I can't stand shopping. Now, I have almost out of spite when Instacart will tell me that, oh, we can't find it. It's not there. I'm like, damn it, I know it's there. And drive up to the grocery store. I'm like, see, it's there.
This one might be for Kevin. You leave the plastic on things to keep them new.
So we
Like your
didn't.
couch?
No, for 3 years. No, it's true. This is actually Booster, my husband. He wanted to leave the plastic on our new refrigerator before we got renters in our house. So for 3 years in the other house in Sharpstown, we had that plastic on there. We even had it on those light switches that are like high, medium, and low. You know, the
you're like, does it
touchpad.
drive you nuts?
Yeah.
I just want to pull it off.
But for 3 years?
For 3 years, we had the
3
plastic.
years,
3
come on.
years.
Why didn't
3
you?
years.
Oh my gosh!
Because
That's
everybody
like
didn't
not
think it'd be
letting
3
yourself-
years, right?
I know we didn't think it'd be 3. Like, oh,
So you
we-
had the house for 3 years before any renters moved in?
I think so. I think we got it in maybe 2.5 years, 2021. But still, it was a while. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
can we
been a
take this
long
off of
time.
I'll
here?
just do 2 real quick ones. These are signs that you're the old person now. You recently said, how do you work this dang thing?
Ain't worth this ding.
How does this work? How does this work?
How the hell does this thing work?
Especially with kids nowadays. Kids can... A 3-year-old can run an iPad and they know everything and watches and stuff. It's crazy. And let's see, you drive by a nice house and you say, "That's a nice house."
That's a nice house.
Look at that house. This is a nice
Or
house.
you just go on HAR and just look at houses all day.
Rula does that.
I love to do that. I love it.
Booster does that too.
I was going to
Yes.
say, and so does Mark.
I
yeah,
mean,
They're old.
We
'Cause you-
all
'cause
just
you'll-
bought houses,
Yes,
guys. Let's
yes.
stop for a minute and enjoy
Yeah.
what we have.
You don't need to look anymore.
No, don't
know.
look.
That's like
I know.
you're dating someone new and you start looking on dating
Singles.
websites.
Or
You get
when you
new
buy an
people.
airplane ticket, you want to look and see if you got the best deal.
Well, I do it.
Well, a
You're
lot of
gonna hurt
places they
yourself.
can price check. Like they
Yeah.
can price match.
Well,
Yeah,
not
once you
after
bought it,
20
you
different
Wait,
hours.
yeah,
like
Purpose
South-
after you bought it.
It depends on the airline. Southwest.
They'll price match?
Southwest, if you find that cheap, like that flight cheaper on Southwest, they will credit you that money. And then you can use it for another flight. My mom and I do it all the time.
On
cool.
Southwest?
On Southwest,
But
yes.
you can't match it like if I see
I'm
it
sorry, you
Spirit.
cannot match it. I'm sorry. No, you can't be like, hey,
Not
Spirit has this, but I'd
competing
rather fly with you. But no,
airlines.
Here's a question.
Yes.
If I bought a ticket on United to go
Uh-huh.
to Philadelphia, let's say, because y'all are Pennsylvanians.
yeah.
And then I saw that on Southwest, the Philadelphia ticket was cheaper. What am I doing with the money I gave to United?
No, she's saying
No,
it's
she's
only on
talking about like
Southwest.
Only
if
on
I bought a
Southwest.
Southwest ticket
Today there's
And-
$400, then
I go online and I find it like $100 cheaper.
Two-
I report
Okay,
that to
okay.
Southwest.
like
they'll
2 weeks
credit me.
later, like 2
Got
weeks
it.
later, if it changes.
Yeah, or even like maybe like 5 hours. Yeah,
Sure,
whatever.
sure,
They'll
sure.
credit
Got it,
that,
got
and then you can use that towards your next flight.
Oh,
That's good
crap.
to know. Things that we learned today, my friends.
Don't take
Things
that
we
away,
learned
Southwest.
today.
We need it.
I know.
Yeah.
Today on the
United
Rule of
girls.
Nine
Nice to be out
show,
there.
we've got more keywords for you to try and score that trip to see the Eras Tour of Taylor Swift. We've got Rule and Ryan's Roses coming up next. Celebrities who are now very well known for their acting. But, you know, most all of them had parents that had jobs. What if the celebrities followed in their parents' footsteps instead of becoming actors? What would they be doing and what would their salaries be?
How much would they make?
That's kind of fun. We'll talk about that in Scoop. Here's your weather for today.
It's going to be a gorgeous day. Sunshine and a high of 80 right now, 58 degrees and 612 on the Rule and Ryan Show.
From Hollywood to H-Town
Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRVE.
All right, as we opened the show, for those of you who just now tuned in, because this is just how your schedule hits, Eric gave us a list before I get into this celebrity scoop thing about these kids and their parents. You gave us a list of things how you know you're getting older, right? And
Right.
one of them was like if you make noises when you move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We should have added this story. Keanu Reeves fractured his knee tripping on a rug.
On a rug?
John Wick, who does
Yes.
all that
He
choreographed
gets shot
fighting.
1,000 times?
Yeah, how is that possible?
Aziz Ansari was the director of the movie Good Fortune, and he worked with Keanu Reeves. And he said, 15 days into shooting, I said, go chill in your trailer. So he went to go chill in his trailer, Keanu Reeves, and he tripped on a rug. He was such a trooper, but it turns out he fractured his kneecap
Ow.
and then still continued to do all the scenes.
You know, it's
so
amazing
that's
about
when you
him.
know you're getting older. You can't just fall and not get hurt.
He actually does.
fracture your kneecap.
He does a lot of his own stunts in John Wick. Like they choreograph all that stuff. He's doing all that action. He's on wires. He's like kicking and
If that was
punching.
real life, he would have no hearing.
Oh, I know.
That
You-
many gun shooting?
First of all, if you fire a gun, like if you've ever been to a gun range, it's loud. You wear earplugs. He fires a gun inside the car. I'm sorry, you would not be able to hear.
And there's no police really ever show up.
No.
Aziz Ansari said, in all of Keanu's action movies like John Wick and Speed, he never had to go to the hospital or anything.
Yeah.
No matter what happened to him. But he
Right.
trips on the rug in the trailer and he fractures his kneecap. Anyway, the movie is called Good Fortune. He plays an angel named Gabriel. Aziz Ansari stars in it, of course, as well. Seth Rogen, Sandra Oh, Keke Palmer. There's no release date for that. All right. So every actor that we know grew up. I mean, everybody had to be a child first before you're an adult. Some of them were kid stars. Others didn't find fame until they were older. But one thing's for sure, whether you had a single parent home or two parent home, somebody had to have a job to make money to pay the bills. So
Hopefully.
if they chose to go the route of following in their parents' footsteps instead of going the acting way, what would they be doing? Jenna Ortega, known for Wednesday. Of course, I met her first in Stuck in the Middle on Disney.
Yeah, that's why
I remember
That's why it's so
her.
weird to watch her. I grew up with that, or not, I didn't grow up with it, but my kids did.
Uh-huh.
And so
then to see her, like-
seeing you. I'm
You
like,
is where I first
I'm like,
noticed
this
her.
is wrong.
That's where I didn't notice her. It was Wednesday for sure.
Oh, you didn't
yeah.
watch You, though?
I did, but I never noticed. Like
She
she
was that-
didn't stick out to me. Isn't that
she was
weird?
that
I just thought it was
sister that
creepy.
lived alone.
She was like with older men and stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh, I
She
haven't
looked like she
seen
was
that.
15 and she's like
Ugh.
30-year-olds.
Well, Jenna Ortega's mother was a full-time ER nurse, and her father was a businessman. Top salary for either of those jobs, $131,000, $234.
Now she makes that an episode.
Yeah, or more. Or more.
Wow.
Good thing they
Yeah, I
had
wonder
to
what her
go
net
that
worth
route.
is. Let me find out.
Neil Patrick Harris. I met him when he was a kid in Doogie Howser. He was a 12-year-old doctor. Kind of like they do that one with the Good Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's like, is he a teenager or he's just on the spectrum, but he looks like he's a teenager?
I think I don't know about him.
He looks like
I
he's
never
like a
saw that
really
one.
young college
But
kid.
Doogie, I think it was 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever he was.
About to be
Neil Patrick
16.
Harris found fame as a kid actor. Then there was a giant gap. Then he came back into the world when he was Barney on
Harold-
How I Met Your
Harold
Mother.
Kumar.
Well, I think
And Harold and
what
Kumar.
really rejuvenated his career was Harold and Kumar. Those movies are why he got How I Met Your Mother.
His mother was an attorney. His father was an attorney.
So he would have been a lawyer for sure.
And starting salary $85,000.
85,000. He's currently worth $50 million.
Well, I mean, he could have made
Jen
more
Ortega's
than
only worth
$85,000
$5
as an
million.
attorney, but yeah.
Only
Yeah,
for
only.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber was in a single mama household. His dad was not really that present. His dad was a carpenter. His mother, it says here, is an author and film producer, but not when she was raising him. Maybe now she is.
Maybe she wrote books then.
I don't know.
There's
children's books?
a really funny show called The Other Two that's kind of loosely based on Justin Bieber. If he had an older brother and sister who tried to latch on to his fame and become
tried to be
famous.
famous, right?
It's so funny.
It's like, almost famous.
What's that stream on, Kevin?
It was on Comedy Central, so it must be on Hulu now.
It's
So
so
it's called The Other
funny.
Two. Is it new?
no, it's been
no.
out for a
Okay.
while.
I still tell people just get Netflix and Hulu, and I think you're safe with.
You got everything,
Let's
all your
entertain.
shows covered.
I just-
Or Amazon, because then you
Yeah,
get Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amazon
well,
Prime.
yeah.
How
I love them all,
much
but-
his parents, what were they doing?
His mom and dad's salary, it doesn't say which salary this is. I guess they combine it for an average about $74,000. $74,000.
And the Biebs is worth $300 million.
RuPaul's mom was a counselor and his dad was an electrician. So he followed in the footsteps of one of them. He'd be making about $73,000 a year. RuPaul is a global name now. Let's see. Travis Kelce, of course, Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chief.
Oh, yeah.
His mom was a banker. His dad was a salesman. $49,853 on
see-
average between those two salaries.
Did you hear his podcast yesterday?
I did not.
There's some audio. I don't know.
I only hear the
I haven't
clips.
grabbed it.
I don't
that about
ever,
how
I've
he,
never listened to the whole New Heights podcast
How
with
he-
Jason and Travis Kelce.
Have you
got
started
that.
dating Taylor?
Yeah, he talks a little bit about that. It's on. Sam might be able to find it and pull it up.
Because for those that didn't
she never
follow-
watched sports. She's not a.
The mom?
sports- No, Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
She's not a sports fan,
Interesting.
is what he said.
What I think is very interesting is that he has had this entire life of fame before Taylor came into his life. And have y'all noticed that I feel like the paparazzi has not like followed them like hawks. Like I'm not being inundated with like Taylor Travis sightings. They're in Italy.
Right,
Taylor
right,
Travis
right.
sightings. I feel like it's kind of like died down a little bit. Which
They
is
know
good.
how to stay off the radar, too.
Well, it's not about knowing how to say it. They're going to find you anyway. You could do nothing, and the paparazzi wants to put you on a cover. They'll put you on a cover to sell it.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
that Taylor's so powerful that she can squash all that. I mean, look, that guy that was trying to track her plane movements, she threatened to sue him.
We could try and play. We have some audio because he's talking with Lil Dicky.
If you don't know who rapper Little Dicky is,
He's funny.
He has a whole program,
Yes.
and it's really
Hilarious.
funny.
And he did this song that we played on the air where he's like,
I am the earth.
yes,
Something
not
like
the
that.
earth.
Yes, he has other songs. That one was
random.
so cheesy.
It was Earth Day or something, right?
Yeah.
But it had bad words in it.
So we haven't previewed
haven't
this,
previewed it,
so
but-
let's all listen together as a family.
Sure, New Heights podcast.
We've got a lot of new fans. Not sure if you've heard of them. They're called Swifties.
Yeah.
I've
heard all that.
For those that
How
don't,
you guys doing with all this?
it's listen, it's
fun,
not
man.
changed that much
Yeah.
for me, but
I'm having a blast in life, baby.
Yeah.
Just flying high,
As you should.
enjoying it all, bringing new lives to the football world, and
Yeah. I think it's the best thing ever.
opening the football world up to new things. as
I
well.
love it. Honestly, my take on it, not that you want to spend time talking about it for the 5,000th time, but like, I just think there's something that makes everyone feel like it's like the world is kind of like high school, where like your most popular pop star, like beloved musician somehow met like your most popular beloved like athlete, and they actually fell in love, and like it's just real. And I don't know, it just I think it's anyone who like hates on it is like a bitter loser, but I think a lot of people who would maybe expect to hate on it actually love it, and they acknowledge they love it because it's just there's something so
what?
American about it or something.
yeah.
I hate to say it,
No, I
American.
appreciate
but
it.
there's
Yeah.
something like just classic about it.
I don't know how I did it because she
Like it
does
was
not. She wasn't
scripted.
into sports, so I don't know how the I did it.
Well, you did it because you said you called her out on
Yeah,
a
No,
multimedia
100%. I know
platform.
exactly how I did it.
So
For
wait a
those that
second.
don't know how he did it, it's when Taylor's Eras tour was going on, and everyone was talking about it, and he made a joke about like, I want to go out with her. I'm gonna meet Taylor. I want to go meet Taylor, and she wasn't meeting anybody. She just wasn't going to meet anybody. And then it's one of those cases of the agents or the media people got
Your
them
people
together.
put my people together. And
I feel like that's why that's going to work because they met each other. If she doesn't know who you are in sports, she just met you and you had that attraction. We all had that with our mates. You meet them and there's something about them.
Well, there always has to be in any successful relationship.
Yeah, but I've had that.
You got to be attracted to each other.
I mean, you've dated people though, and you think you have it, but you don't have it. Sometimes you can't explain it.
That's true.
Especially with this, like she doesn't care about football, and she's not the type of guy that she ever dated before. You look at her past,
right?
And if
Kevin?
you look at his past,
Do you feel like
that is not his
match.
match
that is
either.
not even close to his type.
Do you feel like a bitter
Miss
loser?
Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Look, I think that's not really a fair statement either. I mean, if you don't care for them, you're a bitter loser. You know, I mean,
What Lil Zippy just said in the podcast about if you don't care about Travis and Taylor.
It is true. People just want to hate.
I don't think he said
You're
you
a
don't
loser
care for
if you
them
think-
if you hate
I don't
on them.
hate. I don't
That's
really.
mean.
I just
If
don't
you hate on
care.
them.
I mean, anybody
But
that
then if you took the time to care and say something, then you're a loser.
If anybody got attacked on their relationship, obviously they'd be mad and
No.
defensive anyway. So even though I'm not a huge fan of them, who am I to say that they aren't meant to be together?
Yeah, I mean, if you get your jollies tearing down somebody else, then you are kind of pathetic.
Well, welcome to the world, Ryan Chase.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single person,
Everyone
Welcome to
has an
social media.
opinion.
whether they
Yeah.
realize
No, I
they're
know.
tearing somebody down or not, just by looking at the TV screen, if you saw a commercial and you saw a character in a commercial that you thought looked weird and you said something, that's tearing them down. I mean, you can't, there's not one person listening and there's not one person in this room that can't say, we've never criticized somebody for something. It's just impossible to say that. What are you, without sin? You know what I mean? Like, everybody
not at
has
all.
done that.
I agree with you 100% on that. But if you're somebody who takes the time to go out of your way to type something negative on social media and target it right at that person, there's something missing in your life.
Kevin and I were sweating over here because we saw a text
Uh-oh.
and it said,
Are you guys not going to talk about how Ahmad got robbed yesterday?
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought something happened to him.
No, rapid fire quiz.
Oh, no,
I
no.
saw Kev like
Rapid
I
fire
heard
quiz.
I heard
color
a
went
list
out
line
of
call
your
about it.
face.
Yeah.
So apparently,
I got
we
Both
had-
of us,
scared.
Kevin and I were both freaking out because we're like,
I'm pretty sure you mean in rapid fire. You
think
need
about it. He
to
moved to a
like,
new
He got
place
robbed.
and he's walking here. He doesn't have a car.
they need to text a little more
I think-
specific,
Yeah.
specific.
But maybe he puts something on social media.
I know what they're referring to. Somebody left a long list line call about it, about how when we were down to the final round, Ahmad should have went first, and he got to go second. So I was saying that's why he got robbed.
I can't tell you what I ate yesterday for dinner, so.
It wasn't about the fact that you asked me about the
Oh my
word
gosh, we
mom
don't-
inside
we don't
of
have
the
enough
Wendy's
Wendy's
name,
logo.
which never existed.
My wife did go, okay,
That was a reach.
the KRB one.
Yeah.
We're named the call
They're
letters.
call
What are
letters.
the call letters
then
of
the-
the radio
and
station?
then
that was a trick. That
What's
was
the
a trick.
theory of relativity?
And then Rula or Kevin had to talk about some kneecap or something.
Patella.
Patella. Everybody
That-
knows that's a kneecap.
I've never heard of that.
I can't
Patella?
Patella
You didn't know
surgery
the
kneecap?
patella?
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna think it's a chocolate peanut
I
butter
know, it
spread.
sounds like patella.
Yes,
It sounds like
Nutella.
It sounds like that.
It's a chocolate hazelnut spread that's delicious.
Call letters was a
Delicious
trick
Nutella.
question though, because if somebody had
Trick
said
question.
if somebody had said 104.1 KRBE, they would have gotten a because it's
Yeah, see, it was a trick question, guys.
Letters.
You're just mad because
Okay,
I
who
won.
cares?
And he knew
Moving
Sam was going
along.
first.
No,
so he
I
gave-
didn't. That
Yes, you
question-
did. You picked who goes first.
Well, I know, but that's what the first question was.
There he is. There's Ryan.
Sam, I
Okay.
did not rig it for you.
Let's
I
move
promise.
along to things that you
Right.
say you would never do. Never say never is the phrase and the cliche phrase. You're like, dang it, I just proved that again. There is something my husband and I have both said emphatically we will never do. But the question we have for you is, did you finally cave and do it and you actually like it?
Yeah, what's something I'm always against that. It's like pickleball. I see that.
There's
I know
like,
if
I'll
I
never
play
go
it,
pickleball.
I'll definitely be like buying the newest paddle and I'll be watching videos
And
all
then giving
day.
it to Sam 2 months down the line.
Yep.
It's just sitting on
Once
a
you get
shelf
bored with
somewhere. 713-390 KRVE, something you vowed you'd never do. And now you actually enjoy it. You like it a lot. We'll talk about it next on the Real and Ryan Show. Verge of turning into maybe. Let's go to Laura because I know she's got to get along with her day. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the Real and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Thursday.
Laura, what is something you said you would never do and now you do it and you actually enjoy it?
You know, I wake up early. I know you guys wake up early for work every day. You know, when I wake up early for work, I find myself crawling out of bed. But you know what? now on my days off, I wake up early to be productive, and I actually enjoy it.
Wow.
So you
Yeah.
never said you would wake up early to do anything if you didn't have to, and now you wake up early on purpose.
Yeah, set an alarm, or do you just wake up?
No, I set an alarm, and I get up, and I turn you guys on, I get my coffee going, and I, start my day like I would actually be going to work, whereas regularly I'd be sleeping in for another, hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, don't you feel like you get so much more done in your day?
So much. The amount of things that I can accomplish before 7 a.m. is incredible.
Oh, so you're also waiting outside of Just Mac for them to open up.
At 10 a.m.
Like, come
Because it's
on, I
lunchtime
need
for
some
you.
breakfast,
Yeah,
Mac.
but it's great, Kevin, because then later in the day, when you've got all your tasks done, you get to chill and relax.
Are you
and do
tired,
something
though?
fun.
By 7:30, you're like,
Yeah, you're asleep. 8 o'clock. It's done.
tired.
Yeah, I was one of those people that, in college, never took a class before,
Uh-oh.
free night, whatever.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, why does Hobby Lobby not open before 9 a.m.?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff done. Yep.
The Home Depot is open at 6.
Hobby Lobby should be open early for
They
people.
should,
that wanna-
would think,
right? Laura,
based on
thanks
the
so much for
demographic.
listening to our show. We appreciate you so much. Enjoy your full
Yes,
day
ma'am.
today.
Have a great day.
All right, honey. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
There's something my husband and I have said for years we will never do. And I knew that once we had an opportunity to do this and we didn't take it, that we would never do it again. But I think we're getting close. It's going on a cruise. Going on a cruise is not something that has ever appealed to me ever. I had a chance to do it the first year we were married. We were married October of 2009. That December for New Year's Eve, there was a cruise that Eric and his wife and family had gone on. And when it docked in Galveston, the flip over people, which was me, my sister,
Yeah,
my
we're pretty much
brother-in-law,
like-
and Tassos.
Could high five each other, but I'd be walking
Yeah.
off. You'd be getting on the ship.
Yes. And I had a procedure on my leg, and 2 days before that cruise, we were visiting with friends. One of them's a doctor, and he's real matter-of-fact funny, dry humor, and he's like, oh, God, no, you don't want to go on that cruise. You get diseases. Oh, God, no, you get diseased. There's so many diseases on that cruise.
Why would you get
He was
disease?
talking about, how fast,
you hear about people-
norovirus and stuff spreads on cruises and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, God, what if something happens? I get, an infection on my leg or something? And he was like, oh, yeah, good luck. They got to get, a helicopter to come
So
get
he
you off
scared
that
you.
boat. And then I was like, oh, I'm so scared. And so it was the morning of, and the way cruises work, don't you have to 5 o'clock to get on it and then it takes off?
You gotta get in 1:30.
Okay, 1:30. So my brother was going to come pick us up at 9
by
to
3.
take us to Galveston. And I'm like, I'm not dressed. I'm not even packed. I'm on the fence. And we ended up not going. Sam, the day of.
You were wild.
The day of, I was like, I don't think we can make it. My sister and my
Oh,
brother-in-law
my
are there.
gosh.
I would.
And then I'm like, yeah, I can't come.
I would kill you.
This is why we have travel insurance.
Not legit.
Get my money back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know.
Angry.
But the
I'd be
day
angry.
of,
Sorry.
And I felt so bad because I told my sister, I'm so
spotlight.
sorry we can't come. And Tasso said, I know we'll never go on a cruise now because we never went on that one. And the only one that I
my
think we could ever
gosh.
consider getting on is after so many families have told us how clean and fun and nice the
They're all
Disney
clean.
cruises are, that maybe I would try the Disney cruise while my kids are still in that
Yes.
window because we're about to get out of that window.
Yes,
I
do
say
it.
Yeah.
that or the Royal Caribbean one where it's got the open space.
Yeah,
What's
it's the
Icon?
icon of the seas
series.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're so lucky now with Galveston
Yes, we are.
because we're getting even the Carnival Jubilee is a huge, one of their biggest ships. We
I
saw it.
saw that this
We were
past
there for
weekend.
Mardi Gras.
I
was
went
there.
there.
For Mardi Gras, remember?
I went to
Yeah.
Galveston last weekend, and just the joy in people's faces because we were there around 2 p.m, and you can see them all up on the ship, and they're partying and they're having a blast
That's
and
definitely
getting
one
ready
thing.
to take off.
A lot of people listening that don't think the same as you, Verla. Like, I can't be trapped on that.
Yeah.
You guys know me; I'm claustrophobic.
It's
Yeah.
like being
I don't
trapped
feel
in
it.
a city.
As long as you get a balcony, you spend the extra money.
Yes.
do it right. Get a balcony.
And depending on what trip you're on, you might stop every day.
Yeah.
Which actually, for me, I don't like that. I want a day in between. I want an at-sea day.
That's what
Those
they're-
at-sea days are awesome.
Yep. Especially when it's warmer out.
Rula, imagine being in the Galleria.
Yeah.
All of the Galleria. Do you feel claustrophobic being in all of the Galleria?
Well, no, but also Galleria
Because-
doesn't move on water.
But in your mind, you
but
can
I'm
get out
saying,
so
like,
you
these
can leave.
cruise ships
Yeah, I can
are
run to
the
my car and drive
size
home if I want to. That's what's like
of the
freaks me out.
Galleria.
Maybe you know what I should do? I should see if one of these cruise liners docked in Galveston could just let me go on there to see it.
Oh, no. I don't
You
think they
mean-
do that.
They don't do a tour.
Could I go on there just to see what it feels like?
You know,
on
Rula,
there?
you could. A
Virtual.
regular person probably couldn't, but I'm sure you could figure out how to get on that thing and
Yeah,
take a
just
little
like
tour
an
around
Instagram
it.
story. Like, here's me trying to get over my fear of the anxiety of cruising.
I think you'd like that because you
All
have
right, we'll
food.
see.
The kids would have fun. You know they're safe. They can run around. They feel like adults because they can go on their own real quick and get like ice cream, or they can go on
Oh, yeah.
They even have a carousel and
the
there's water
kids
shows
club
in the back.
At 12 or 13 years old, the kids club was the most fun I ever had on a vacation because my parents felt okay with letting me and my brother go off on our own. And then we did 14 cruises after that because my parents were like, yep, that's what we're doing.
Really?
Bye, kids.
Wow.
Yep, yeah.
We're
They
talking
have-
about things
yes.
that you say you'll never do. We're just on the edge. Maybe a Disney cruise is in our future. But let me go to Michaela
Trying to do
because
the-
she's
the Royal Caribbean.
I understand she has to go to school. Hi, Michaela. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so you got to tell your mommy or daddy you got to turn your radio down because we can hear ourselves back and it's gonna interfere with the way we talk to you. How old are you, honey?
I'm 9.
9 years old.
Okay.
Does that mean you're third grade now or
Fourth, right?
I'm in 3rd grade.
Third
I'm
grade,
in 3rd
okay.
grade.
Okay, so Michaela, we're talking about things you said you would never do, but you do it. What is it?
I have a crush.
Oh, you never thought you'd have a crush.
You thought you would never have a crush?
Who do you have a crush on?
Wow.
Who's the lucky person?
You don't have to say their
I can't
name.
remember how to say-
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a secret crush.
Michaela,
Okay.
does the person that you have a crush on know you have a crush on them?
No, I'm very discreet.
Very
Oh,
look at you with those words.
9-year-old
Look at
using
you, girl.
Very discreet.
All right. Does anybody know you have a crush? Does anybody know you're crushing on this person?
Well, everyone in the car just found out.
Oh, okay.
Family found out.
Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my God, so I guess mom and dad are gonna be like, Michaela, who is it, Michaela? Should we invite them to your birthday party?
Mom and Dad,
I'm
you're
sure the
about
dad
ready
wants to
to
know.
enter a whole new world.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Okay, Michaela, well, we're not going to ask you any more questions. We just want to keep it secret for you, but it's nice that you called in to chime in that you
Keep it
never
discreet.
thought you'd have a crush, and you actually have a crush, and now you've told everyone you have
Thank
one.
you for sharing that with
I
us.
hope it works out for you, sweetie pie. Thanks for listening, sweetie. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye,
Okay,
sweetie.
bye-bye. So
I also
so
have to give a
cute.
shout out to all the cars stuck on the East Texas Freeway because of an entire shutdown. Unfortunately, there's been a deadly accident, so the entire freeway is shut down.
You don't notice
The
how many
East Texas
hills.
Freeway.
How many?
Yeah.
Like it's not flat. You don't realize it looks like a water slide. Like
Yes.
like a slide. Like a.
It is not
Hundreds
moving.
of cars are stuck, and I'll try and get you more details on what we can find out while we're doing news because we got to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
Here we go. For the second time in more than a month, Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta stated his interest in bringing an NHL team to Houston.
You know why he's saying that?
You know, he's on CNBC's Power Lunch, and he said, "We would like to work to get an NHL team in Houston. I'm working on it."
Because the Coyotes of Phoenix are leaving supposedly. So, but it looks like Utah, Salt Lake City's going to get that team.
They don't have one?
No.
Oh, interesting.
So I think it's one of those like he knows. Okay, we're not
knows.
going to get it, but I'll act like I care. Like, I mean, hopefully he'll try and get a new team. Maybe they want to bring a whole brand
be
new
awesome.
team. We should have one here.
Yeah, seriously.
7.5 million people. You can fill an arena of 16,000
Well, we've
people. a
proven
night.
that. Yeah, for sure.
And Dallas, the Stars, that could be the Rangers,
Rivalry.
Astros,
Yeah.
Cowboys, Texans type thing. That'd
Texas Showdown.
be fun. Do it.
City Council voted yesterday to send a proposal. You know, I've been talking about this story for a week now.
Yes. What'd they do?
They voted 13-4 to send a proposal to change the parking times. Instead of ending at
Downtown
6 p.m.,
parking meters.
yeah, they want to extend it to 2 a.m.
Where you cannot
And
park
that's-
free after 6 downtown.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
means they voted to charge
Well,
us.
they haven't. It's just now a proposal. Now it goes on to the next step. So the opposing members suggested the city conduct a parking study before they do this because it could have an impact on local businesses. Like the Performing Arts Houston Center wants to make sure that the city's arts and theater remain accessible to all, not just those people with the means to pay for the extended parking times. Because think about Houston's got like the second biggest theater district in New York City. So all these people that pay for parking, now it's like, what do? My parking's going to run out. I got to pay for parking till 2 a.m.
Well,
Crazy.
unless they're going to do the, some of the new meters, it's a text how you pay, and it sets a reminder like you have 15 minutes of your meters off. You want to extend it?
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's
So-
helpful.
That's true.
That's pretty good. Okay, so it's 610 South Loop eastbound connector ramp to 288 has a total closure, closed until further notice. That's a closure hotspot. But this accident is 610. Well, she's going to tell you. Becca Parker's about to tell you.
How do you get all those people off the road?
Eastbound frontage road from Alameda to Scott. There's an inside lane
They're
there.
making
they're
them
making
get off
the
feeder.
Wow.
Just a lot of 610. Becca's going to tell you the more details. Because I'm looking at TxDOT's website, and there's like 7 things there, but I feel like I'm not looking at the thing that closed.
We
that.
all just forget to drive today. It's like, come on.
Well, it's every day.
If you look at the map, it's all red. It means it's shut down.
That's not good.
All right.
At least we have roses coming up.
Exactly. Rule and Ryan's Roses coming at you. And here's your traffic check right now for those of you stuck on the East Sex Freeway on 104.1 KRBE.